Welcome to my channel. How y'all doing this morning? I'm blessed and highly favored. But today I'm hitting you with another vlog. Let me tell y'all what we doing today. Today is focused around mental health. Okay, so my good friend Essence, my babes, my little sis, she invited me to an event that her and her sisters are hosting. She is an AKA. Let me go to the email. Okay, I'm back. Alright, so Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority, AKAs, they're hosting an event this Saturday to uplift our local community and empower families. So they're presenting Candid Conversations. This is the flyer. Candid Conversations. So in celebration of Women's Mental Health Awareness Month, join us for an open discussion regarding self-awareness of your personal mental health, time management, and other self-care tools. So it's going to be hosted at the Pearland Library. I've been there. It's nice there. And they're just going to be asking, when was the last time you had a quiet moment to yourself? And we are our sister's keeper. That is so true. So let me read a little bit more about it. So, it's Women's Month. So this is just providing a safe space for open discussion, for self-aware and just to talk about our personal mental health, provide resources, and highlight self-care while tackling the world because, us women, we do it all and it is not easy. And the fact that they're hosting, an event like this is awesome. And, hopefully I'll be able to vlog a little bit of it. I know that last video with the baddies in business brunch, it was long, but it was so good. Like, so many jewels were dropped. And, I hope this is the same, but not as long. I promise y'all, I'm not trying to, create these long vlogs, but, it's for somebody out there. I know it was definitely for me. It helped me so much. I gained some new big sisters that do wellness checks on me. And I'm just so thankful for them because I'm not gonna lie. I told y'all I've been grieving and going through stuff. It's like they've been checking on me more than, my friends. I'm just being honest. Not all my friends, but it's just people I really did not expect to not, really reach out. It's the ones you least, expect. No, you do it. No, let me take that back. We all get red flags about every person in our life. And if that friend wasn't being consistent, then you would think a life event like that, like death, would bring y'all closer. At least that's what I was thinking, but that didn't happen. And I just know who's genuine and who's not. But I just been getting so much support from them, wellness checks, them telling me they love me, and then just other, people that I'm not close with sending me messages, that I feel like, why aren't my friends sending me paragraphs like this and praying for me and, uplifting me? But that's okay, because I'm getting it. As long as I'm getting the love and support and, the proper condolences, I'm okay. I don't know. Everyone reacts to death differently. Some people just don't know what to say or do. But, you just have to uplift your sister and be there for her through these hard times. And I appreciate my friend Essence for thinking about me with this event because I need it. I'm still adjusting, still trying to get to Y'all, my sister's dog is here. I'm so sorry. She spent the night and brought her dog. Hayes! Anyway, I guess she chilling. But, I forgot what I was saying. Some people just don't know what to say. Like, I think that's what I was talking about. Some people don't know what to say or do when you're grieving, but honestly, like me, I know I wanted space at first when people were calling me because I know they're just calling to ask what happened. And that's going to break me if I got to explain what happened. Like, that's just not the time. Just be there. Let me know that you're here. And then don't just check in one day and then that's it. Like, you know. This is Hayes. She's the sweetest and cutest ever. She's the sweetest and cutest ever. But I don't want this vlog to be long, so I'm gonna just go ahead and do my makeup and, you know, y'all watch me transform. Okay. That's what I'm wearing, y'all. Either this here or my hot pink ones. Yeah, it's giving. Y'all, hold up. I'm gonna scream. Ugh. This unit has lasted for a whole week. I haven't reapplied or anything. I can say I need some oil sheen for it. I don't have time to stop today, but I could say the ends getting a little rough, but that's where that oil sheen comes in. So today I'll stop by. But if you don't get oil sheen like myself, what you're gonna do is twirl the ends. Just like twirl it, leave it curly. Leave it curly, okay? But yes. So I don't know. Maybe next week I'll change it. Look, well, this side lifting. But baby, I'm just spreading it a little bit. What y'all think? The deep side part or yeah, it just became boring real quick. Yeah, I like that. It shows the little caramel highlight. Okay, now it's sticking. Now it's still. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. All right. All right, all right, all right. I'm bringing my lip gloss. I'm going to touch that up because I've been drinking my Spoiled Child collagen. And today's fragrance, we wearing the one that smell like money. I put people on, my girls on, they said, ooh, this one smell like money. It smell like you rich. It smell like you got money. And yes, honey, we're boss babes. So, of course, gonna put on the lotion that goes with it first. And when you do that, it just lets the fragrance last longer. And it just smells even more intense, you know? So just put that on my chest, put it on my hands. I'm going to do my nails in the car because that's where they're at. I'm just missing like 2 nails. Yeah, I'm missing 2 nails. That's it. This is the new product. It came out last year. It smells, I love this versus candy. Oh, shit. Let me not talk while I'm spraying. The product. The product candy smells too sweet for me. Like, it smells like candy for real. This one smells like it's sexy. Boss babe. Money. Okay. Alright, y'all. We finna head out. Let me go put my shoes on. I think I'm gonna go with my fuchsia heels to match my shirt. It's cute, right? It's cute, right? Alright. These heels for me. So cute. It's giving. You look lovely. All you ladies look so beautiful. Thank you. You got worksheets.
This is your seat number and your raffle.
Okay.
42, 42. I recognize you. Hey, friend. It would be you. I was like, who up in here trying to vlog? My friend.
My friend.
You cute. You cute, girl.
It's my friend, y'all.
Okay, so y'all are 23.
Y'all, we have a wellness survey with questions. We have a self-care worksheet and different exercises in here. And then self-care routine. Awesome. A 30-day self-care challenge. Self-care Q&A. And self-care worksheet. And some boom chicka pop. Okay, so I'm Tahjeira. Nickname is Tahji, that's easier. But Essence invited me out because she knows I've been going through some things. I've experienced some deaths in my family. The guy I was in the last relationship with, he passed away. And, you know, it hurt. Even though we weren't together, I still wanted him to get himself together so eventually maybe we could come back. But he passed away, and then a week after that, my grandmother passed, and her funeral was just yesterday. So my heart's been heavy, you know, experiencing that back to back, and I haven't been myself, and most days I don't want to get off the bed, like, didn't want to come here, but I'm like, I need this, you know, I don't know what God can give me here, and vlogging has helped me a lot too, to just get cute, you know, and try to get back to her, because I have not been myself. It's been heavy, it's been hard.
How long have you been not yourself?
Since February 24th, that's when I got the news. His funeral was on the 4th, and then I got the news about my grandmother on the 13th, and then her funeral was yesterday.
So you haven't had time to heal?
No, I haven't had time to heal, but you know, I have to keep going. I have to keep showing up for myself. I have a brand, you know, and it's, sometimes I'm just like, I don't want to deal with none of that, you know, I just want to stay in bed.
So mine is different. I'm a principal. My name is Keisha.
Okay.
I'm a principal, and I'm the one that's always encouraging everybody else.
Yes.
And so when you pour into everybody else, sometimes your cup becomes empty.
Yes.
So that's why.
Okay. Yes, we have to fill our cup up because we can't be our best selves.
Correct.
Yes.
And I felt my cup being depleted. Felt it being depleted because I'm always giving. And so I was like, you know what? This today I'm gonna take for somebody to pour into me. So
yes, that's beautiful. We have to, like, I'm hoping I can take away new tips.
Absolutely. This is a great panel. They all are have their own practice of some sort.
Yeah.
So that's really good that you're really actually hearing from experts.
Yes, experts, exactly, because, you know, hearing from friends who aren't healed or they aren't on the same mindset or level as you, they resort to going out, drinking. You know.
And you're like, I'm not doing that. I don't know.
Dude, you know, I don't want to do that. I want to heal the right way. Like, I've been abstinent for 7 months. I bought myself a purity ring.
Oh, that's really
So
good.
I'm really
You're
on,
taking the right
yes,
steps.
and just praying and,
I was watching a YouTube, you know how you have those reels?
yeah.
So I was watching a YouTube reel where this guy was talking about when you're doing all of that, you know, not abstaining is you're connecting with soul ties.
Yes.
So anybody you're connecting to, whatever their damage is, you're now connected. So over time, you're holding all that weight.
Yes.
And so that's good that you're releasing that so you can just be clear while you're going on this journey. That's good.
Exactly. So, yeah, and I haven't dated after him either. I just wanted to heal. So, I'm here.
Yeah, and you will be.
Yes.
To meditate from the standpoint of the spirituality, we're just going to talk to God. We're just going to talk to God. And just listen to the words. A lot of times when we're going through things, it seems impossible. But just know, regardless of what the situation is, we have a God who lifts our head. What are you having issues of letting go of? Now, how are we going to overcome those things? What's the plan that we're going to put in place? What are we open to getting us to that next level, to getting us beyond that wall that seems impossible to get through, to get over, to get under? Wherever they are, Lord. Lord, we pray against the demon of anxiety, Lord. We pray against the demon of depression, Lord. Lord, I feel the spirit of suicide in the room, Lord. I pray that you break every barrier that's against that woman that is in this room on today, Lord. We pray. Amen.
Amen.
Mental health days implemented at all universities.
So I'll speak a little bit on that one because I work at a university. I've been working in higher education for about 6 years now. I think mental health days, it's something that's really not implemented anywhere, to be honest. We have become, our culture and our society has created this thing where we're saying, yes, I'm taking a mental health day, but you're still using your vacation time.
Right.
So the reality is mental health days aren't actually implemented anywhere. We are actually starting to advocate now to say, I need a day off just because. So, of course, universities are starting to get on kind of that train and getting the train moving as it relates to mental health. There are a lot of initiatives that are happening across university campuses that involve mental health and looking at the mental health of students. I know I can speak to University of Houston downtown. We have now a basic needs program that we are starting. So students are able to get resources for domestic violence, if I need SNAP benefits, because homelessness is still an issue for students at university campuses. Food insecurity is still an issue for university or college students. So a lot of campuses and a lot of initiatives are coming down the line as it relates to mental health and providing that resource. Most people don't even know, and some of you probably will even, if you think about it, when you were on your college campuses, do you guys remember having a college counseling department? Is there anybody in here that remembers having one? Yeah. Okay. I would probably say that about half or more did not raise their hand. So that means that a lot of students aren't even aware that counseling services exist on every single college campus and can utilize it, and a lot of times it is provided to them free of charge. So it is up to administrators and the people that are higher up to be able to say, this is important for our students and their well-being is important because it also affects the success, the academic and educational success and professional growth.
Advocating for yourself. You know, a lot of times we just look at the status quo. This is what it is, and this is what it has to always be. But learning who to go to advocate, to go to your student body government, to be able to advocate to the administration for this. You know, oftentimes they won't put things in place if you're not asking for it. What they say, closed mouths don't get fed. So making sure you know that there's a need.
checking in with yourselves.
Emotional eating. People, either when they're depressed or they're sad or they're feeling away, they're either eating more or they're eating less. So when you're eating more, you're gonna eat less or whatever. I don't know what anyone does here. I'll just use myself as an example. When I'm depressed or I'm feeling really, really sad or lonely, I tend to overeat. So with that being said, you know, I have accountability partners. I have friends, my mom, people that I just know. They're like, wow, you're overeating a lot. Why are you eating this and this and this or that? And so basically what I want to say is if you're going to do binge eating or overeating or whatever that is, make sure you're picking healthy choices when you're going to do that. Again, people don't realize what you're pouring into yourself, what you're eating, also plays a factor with you. So if you're going to eat nothing but junk food, you're going out to eat and getting fast food and drinking soda and alcohol, how are you going to feel after you're eating that? You're going to feel terrible. So you want to pour in good things into your diet when you're feeling a certain way. You want to eat more greens. Again, take your vitamins. I'm going to say that all the time. You'll hear me say this 1,000 times. Make sure you're taking your vitamins. Even with that being said, you know, eat fish. A lot of it has a lot of omega-3s in it. And again, that helps with also with your hormonal balance and things of that nature, especially with being a woman. So just think about those things as well.
And just to piggyback on that along the same lines, feeding into your spirit. Figure out what you're feeding into your spirit.
Yes.
Think about when you said that, Asha. If you're listening to something that you're resonating with in that moment, like, why am I feeling like this? You got to figure out what you're intaking. Like, you have to reserve, like, if it's treat your body like a sanctuary, make sure that you don't let anything in your spirit. If all you're doing is listen to negative songs or something, and looking at the news that's overwhelming you every 5 minutes, and you can't figure out like, what's wrong with you, protect the information that you're taking in, right? And be intentional about going to get some positive information to fill your spirit with, because you can only, you know, your body only represents what you are taking in. Somebody has it.
Hi, I'm Kiani. So you said that you overeat when you're stressed and all that. I don't eat. Do you have any any helpful tips for that? Because I tend to like shut down and not eat, or just like no snacks, no food. It's just like water and Gatorade all day.
Okay, so the first thing I'm going to tell you is make sure you tell somebody. That's the first thing I'm going to tell
Seen
you.
as good enough. So we may often have maybe that sense of I need to overperform to be considered good enough. So whenever I am sitting in a still space, something's wrong with that. We've been conditioned to believe that stillness is something wrong. When stillness is could be a sense of peace. Maybe my peace is in my stillness.
Sometimes that anxiety drives you.
Yes.
It always does.
Yes, and I get it. I have a strong sense of duty and responsibility, so I have a really hard time of letting go when I've committed myself to something. I have to recognize, Tamara, now you know, you're introverted, you're not gonna do right. Go sit down. So
mine more of a statement, but I think the first time I ever,
Right, it's avoiding over medication through natural hormone balance. You have to take a picture, like this is what I tell all of my clients when they come in thinking like they have issues in the sex department, in their relationships, their marriages and whatnot, like because it deals with so many things, right? And so, I know you mentioned something earlier, there's nothing wrong with antidepressants, right, if that's what you need, but just making sure that you're getting all things tested before you actually have to resort to that particular thing. Because entering into perimenopause, and some of the things when we talk about, what is it, menopause, you're like some of the symptoms that you deal with, right? The hot flashes, right? What is the night sweats? Like sometimes it's just stumbling with words. You can't catch some of your words sometimes, right? Yeah. Sometimes it's hard to focus. I was struggling thinking, I was like, did I get all the way to my adult life and start developing ADHD? Because it was hard for me to focus. Yeah, and so that's why it's important to talk to people. I was talking to my good sister, and she told me like that stuff she was struggling with, so I went to get it because it does affect your sex drive. And, you know, your marriage sometimes suffer when you're going through that, right? But oftentimes we just get to the point where it's like, oh, we're at this stage of life, this is just what it is. No, there's a way to treat that and get back to your vibrant self, bring love and energy back into your relationship, but like even it affects like the vaginal dryness. You know, sometimes we just like, okay, we just gotta be lubed up all the time. No, like, get your heart open. Like, hormones in place, get therapy. It's really a game. You know, it's pellets, but
you take that pill and be ready. Whoever your spouse or your significant other is, just tell them to be ready. Otherwise, you're gonna be like.
And it's like, I used to be the person in the testing forum. So, like she's saying, each person, tell the doctor I want the whole panel. So it'll give you a TSH as well in that thyroxine. It'll do the whole panel, T1, T3, T4. I want the whole panel. Because like you said, she got 1 and 2 done and one doctor, 3 and 4 the next. Just give you a whole panel. And then you'll have all of that you can take with you with it. So I'm not the physician, but I was the one who was clinically testing to see if people's levels were high or low. So ask for the whole panel when you go.
You had a question, right?
Well, I just want to kind of piggyback on what Latasha said. One of the things also that I think is so important is a lot of times as Black women, it's so important for us to advocate our own health. When you go to that doctor, you make sure you ask, you tell him what you want. Don't ask him, hey, do you think I need this or do you think I need that? No, this is what I need you to do this. Because if you have insurance, it can pay for it.
Yeah.
You know,
I was starting to feel like I was emotionally on edge because, you know, you watch a ton of videos on social media and stuff is touching sometimes. It's like, oh, that was sweet. Well, I looked at this video of a cheer squad and their music got cut off in the middle of their competition routine and the entire audience started counting for them and I boo-hoo cried. And I was like, wait, why am I boo-hoo crying at this cheer video? And it was like, okay, something's up right now, Samara. You're feeling emotionally on edge where anything touching was going to make me feel emotional. So when you notice that there are those things that are making you maybe a little bit more emotional than you would normally be, if you're feeling a little bit more irritable than you would normally be, or you're responding in a way, if you're at work and I'm at work physically, but mentally I'm not quite here, that presenteeism, that absenteeism, then maybe something's up and I need to maybe start doing the journaling. And if I can't pinpoint what's really going on and if there's some major life events that are not going on, now I need to seek out some additional support.
Samir. And then we'll come back to
Oh, yeah, I was here this morning. That's the reason why I came in late. But yeah, no problem.
It was such a sweet thing.
Oh,
It was so sweet what happened, but I mean, I literally was and it was well deserved.
Yeah,
But
thank
I'm
you.
gonna tell you now, I cried seeing how supportive those group of
Everybody
people
was.
were to let these girls finish their routine. I was just so touched by that, and I literally boo cried at that.
Now bring some tissue down.
But I wanted to ask a question. So I was probably like, maybe like a year ago, I was the one that I was like, okay, I need to go to the doctor because something's wrong and I'm all over the place. And so literally, I'm on hormones checked and it was all out of whack. I also paid attention to my diet. I started like tracking everything, doing everything that y'all was saying. But my problem was, which is what I have a question about, is I would tell people, I'm not getting my diet. I'm struggling. And instead of saying like, oh, I feel crazy, I was using, oh, I'm struggling. But everybody was used to me saying like, oh, I'm fine. I got this. I'm gonna take care of it. But I feel like they were ignoring me saying, hey, I'm struggling. And so it wasn't until I felt like I had to get loud and I'm struggling, like, to let them hear me. So what are some ways, or, I mean, I don't know if anybody's ever asked this question before, but what are some ways that you could talk to your loved ones or your friends and just let them know, hey, when I say I'm struggling, I'm really struggling.
the strong friend syndrome. It's a strong friend syndrome.
It's definitely a strong friend thing, but exactly what you just said, which is, hey, I'm struggling and I mean what I say. I said what I said. And going to your loved ones and having a conversation with them and saying, you know what, I've been having a hard time right now and I need some support. Do you feel like you would be able to be a person that could support me in this? And here are some ways that you can support me. Here are the ways in which I might need that support, and having an actual conversation like, hey, let's be serious for a minute. I know I don't typically let y'all know what's going on, but now at that point, I have to say something. And I need for you to take me seriously.
And let me just say, I'm struggling right now. I feel like I'm always struggling. But that's usually my go-to word, right? Like I won't even play. But anyways, I just want to let you know that you're not by yourself, and I know you said it all some time ago, but I'm sitting right here, I'm present for this event, and I'm struggling, you know, so it's a thing, and we just function in life while we struggle.
One of the things, and I know you have another question, just want to address it for me, one is, I am the strong friend, the strong coach, the strong, all the titles, all the hats, the capes, all of them different colors, some bling, some with pearls. I own them all, okay? I wear the t-shirts, the bracelets, the water bottles, everything, right? And so what I had to do is, a couple years back, my master's is in counseling, so I need help. So I started back seeing a therapist on a regular basis, and I ended up doing, because I love different modalities of counseling and therapy. And so I did EMDR. Not sure if anybody's familiar with it, but let me tell you that EMDR will save your whole being, because I had to dig up things I thought I was over, but it still affected me because I can talk about it when I'm speaking, and I can write a book about it, and I can journal about it, and I can talk to girls about it, and I can mentor about it. I thought I was over it. But I was over, but my body wasn't. So I was still carrying the trauma, the drama, and everything else, right? And so what I learned to do during that work, because I would come home from those sessions depleted, sometimes couldn't even drive myself home, I would just be numb. And so what I learned to say was, which is what I teach my own clients myself, is, you know, there's a limit, right? So we've been talking about boundaries and capacity, right? And so you cannot pour from an empty cup. And so what I learned to say was, I'm at capacity. And when I would push myself beyond my own capacity, out of love for my husband or my kids or whatever that is, because I'm gonna do all the things, I'm gonna be great at all the things at one time, be everything to everybody. And so sometimes we lose sense and sight of our own boundary that we've established. So rules are for other people, boundaries are for yourself. Okay? So you can follow the rules, but when you come to me, it's a boundary, even if the rule is there. Okay? So when I say I'm at capacity, that's exactly what I mean. Don't ask me, you can't have it, you don't want it, you don't need it, I don't have it. Now there are times when I still find myself teetering back because we're human, right? And so old habits die hard. So I find myself whipping out my cute cake today, and then I'm beyond capacity. And so my daughter, who's a teenager, will come in, Mom, okay, let me tell you what happened. I would just look at her, hey baby, I'm beyond capacity. Beyond it. So if you give me one more thing, everybody in this house about to get it. Okay. You see what I'm saying? So because you're the strong person, when you say I'm struggling, they still think, oh, you got it. Girl, you'll be all right. Struggle, girl, you don't know what struggle is. Girl, you got everything going on. So I have to change my language so they can understand. I'm at capacity, and when I have lost sight of my own boundaries, which is my own fault, I then say I am beyond capacity. And at that point, I'm about to go. It's called my therapist, because it's on my pocket. People don't know you establishes some boundaries. You see what I'm saying? So you change, but they don't know it. So you gotta make an announcement. Listen, I know just yesterday. Yes, 3 hours ago, I accepted all this. My husband, kids, friends, y'all been dump on me, y'all been saying all these things to me. And I accepted that 3 hours ago, but I just realized.
Desensitization. Reprocessing.
Say it again.
I movement.
Desensitization.
Reprocessing.
Sorry.
So
trust me, you can Google EMDR. It's coming up.
It's costly, but it is valuable.
Yes.
So do yourself a favor and invest in it.
Yes, it's a very specific type of treatment. So every therapist that you go to isn't necessarily specialized in that. And it is a very powerful tool and treatment for a lot of different things. But of course you want to leave that between you and the professional that you're going to kind of give you that idea of whether or not we're going to be utilizing this, because the person you go to may not specialize in that.
Yeah, you have to find, there's 2 levels to certification for it. And so like, I'm a professional, I told y'all that, right? Okay, so like I didn't just want a level 1 person who started the training and do their hours. No, I need you to be fully trained if you're about to be playing mind tricks with me, right? And doing all this deep dive into my past, and I thought I was going to go dig this up. I need you to get full certification. Okay, so you can literally go to the website, I forget what it is, when you search, Google search EMDR, it'll tell you the training site where everybody goes through their path one way or the other. And they actually list those therapists that are licensed level 1, level 2 in your area. and also how you can access them. So that's the route I took because I was not playing games.
To yourself too. And making sure that they're connecting with you in their space to give you exactly what you need. So it's just about doing your shopping around to make sure you're connecting with the right person.
And you're fully conscious during EMDR, by the way. So some people get confused. I wouldn't compare the two different modalities. Not the same. Some people get confused because you may see some people doing EMDR doing this, and you're following something, a metronome or something similar. But I'm fully conscious, like I can step out of that space at any moment. Hypnosis is, I think you're like operating in another space.
We witness, especially us as therapists, we experience sometimes what's called vicarious trauma. So if someone is talking about a death of a family member, or they've had a very violent experience, or even you working in hospitals, you witness death. You have to comfort people. And sometimes, again, when you talk about trying to make that space, I have to break away. Now, because it's like, I can do this. I'm here, I'm a helper, I want to help. Sometimes we have to have that awareness that, okay, my cup, I'm at capacity. I have to step away. And then I need to talk to someone else. So I, check in with my therapist friends. I'm like, hey, something's going on with me today. And we just do a check-in. It's not like, oh girl, this is what this client told me. That's not what it is. It's just checking in and make sure, Jen, are you okay? Because you're making a lot of space for other people. But you need to make sure that you're not taking that home with you. And so every single day, I do something different. Me, I like cartoons. So when I'm done with my sessions, I go home and I watch cartoons.
SpongeBob, bless her.
I have to compress. Because I have to make sure that when I show up for my next client, because I don't know what they dealt with before they came and saw me, I want to be present for them. I also have my own therapist. And so she helps me out. And I know she got her own therapist too, because I'm giving her out all my stuff. So for all of us, even your friends, but especially my frontline workers, we have to take time for ourselves and decompress. Don't take it home with you.
Secondary trauma is a real thing.
Yeah.
And so I'm not the one who experienced the actual event, but I'm adjacent to it.
Yeah.
So because my experience being adjacent to it, I'm still processing it as if it happened to me.
Yeah.
So sometimes you still have to process grief and trauma and all of those things as if it happened to you.
Yeah.
So having a therapist, having other people, having your coworkers who we all experience this together, we may need to have a day where we can sit and discuss what our experience was, the shared experience that we have. Have a support group amongst your coworkers if your employers are open to that. Let's hope they are.
But if you're an empath, you tend to feel the
Correct.
Yeah. So saying that, you have to protect yourself, not being in a place where you're receiving all of it. Sometimes you just have to be a step away and say, I can't right now, I can't. Just being real with yourself to know. Like, it's going to take you into another place. You just simply are not that person. You can direct them to somebody who can be of help. But that's a form of help. You're not helpless in redirecting them to someone else who can be more helpful.
A lot of mental health stuff on TikTok and social media as well. There is some good advice that's out there, but don't go using that as a way to diagnose yourself with anything. Do not try to self-diagnose yourself.
Y'all want us to pass?
It's so open. I did not expect a lot of questions to come from, because we had a whole list of questions, y'all. 23 questions. I only asked like 2 of them. So, I thank everyone for being so comfortable, feeling safe. That was the biggest thing. We wanted you to feel safe in this space to share. I thank everyone for the recommendations. I wrote them down, looking for them black girl vitamins.
Okay.
And so I hope everyone's got something that help to refill their cup and also share with someone else who needs their cup to be filled. And I thank the panelists for Madam President.
Hi everyone, my name is Tahjeira Williamson. I serve as the president of this amazing chapter talking Omega in Webster, Texas. I am extremely proud of the the work that was done in this room today. I would like to thank our chairman, if you could please stand, our chairman, Deanna. Their co-chairman, thank you so much. This was a space that obviously was needed today, clearly. I have like notes on top of notes. So I just want to thank y'all for being transparent, number one, and being honest. Taking the time to open up yourselves to receive something. You may not have said anything, but I saw a lot of people writing. So I'm just thankful that you're able to, we were able to provide the space for you. So thank you for coming. Be on the lookout. There may be a part 2, part 3, we don't know. But I do thank you all for coming today.
Great.
Thank you.
Y'all got my crawfish? Man. 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10. I'm sure this is gonna be a 10 out of 10. I got crab, y'all.
Hey y'all, I'm back. I'm finally home. It is 9:08. Had a full day, a good day though. Very much good and much needed. I'm looking good up close. I really am. I'm feeling it. But I know y'all want to be that up close and personal, but the event was amazing. It was definitely something I needed, and I hope that the tips and, you know, self-care routines that the therapist gave you, the whole panel, was useful for you. We talked about mental health, down to nutrition, down to even just the men in our lives, and it was just amazing. So upon going into the room, I asked one of the panelists if it was okay for me to vlog, and she said it was fine that I only vlogged the panel and not the guests. And if the guests, if they stated any like personal or private information, that I do not include that in the clip. So that's why during the video you only see me focus on them, and you probably see me point the camera towards the table or something. So I did not get them in camera because that was the request. That was the only way I was able to vlog. But y'all, we got some major gems today on mental health, and I just felt good leaving there, and I took notes. So I'm happy that they gave these worksheets. They're sending it in a PDF in our email so we can work on our self-care every week. But I wanted to highlight the things that I feel were very good takeaways from the typical stuff that we always hear when it comes to mental health and self-care. But y'all, Jesus and therapy is key. Please, let's let go of that stigma that therapy is just for, you know, white people and other races. Well, not really other races. It's really just, all I heard was white people. Like, if y'all heard different, let me know in the comments. But, you know, it's always, we're always taught to just depend on Jesus, depend on God. But we need people, we need therapists that we can talk to about our problems, because yes, we could talk to God, which we should every day. But sometimes it's also helpful to have, you know, a human being, someone that doesn't know you, to just vent to talk to, and to get their perspective, because they've talked to many people that go through things and they can give you great advice. And it's just a good tool and an outlet to just let out, you know, the problems that you're going through. So I feel like, yes, I got one of the therapist numbers tonight, and she gave me some awesome websites that I'm gonna list. Awesome websites. I'm tongue-tied. I need to go ahead and sip this. Let me tell y'all, after the event, I went and ate with my friend Essence. We went and got crawfish. It's crawfish season, y'all. That crawfish was so good. Crab Station in Houston, y'all need to go. My fat tail, I got the crawfish, I got a snow crab cluster, I got shrimp, I got potato, I got sausage, I got egg. Then we went and got the garlic noodles, and she got the boudin balls, and we split that. So freaking good. And I got the original flavor. Chef's kiss on that. Like, it was not dry, it was juicy. I didn't even need to dip, like no extra dipping. I just used what was in the bag, or the crawfish was soaked in it. It was just so good, juiciness. But anyways, met up with my business partner and met our new client. She's perfect for the position. Like, she's the perfect person we've been looking for to fulfill this role in our company. And awesome, she just so met her, and we took pictures of each other, like, so I'll drop that in there. She got some good angles of your girl. But you know, I was just feeling the black queen, the black love today. So after I met up with her and dropped off her outfit, I went to Target and got the Black Girl Magic Rosé. This is my first time trying it. And y'all, this thing is 13%. So your girl about to be feeling good. Like, I still don't know if I'm gonna go to the movies. I think I want to go see Creed. I'm not sure yet. Or if I'm just gonna stay home and, you know, do some studying, do some work to catch up on, maybe, and watch a movie at home. We'll see. I don't know. But I went and got me some Black Girl Magic. Let me try. Ooh, that's good. I like that. I like that a lot. I might be staying home. It's gonna have me feeling sexy and tired. And then I went and got my favorite dessert from Target. The Favorite Day Ultimate Cheesecake Collection. I love cheesecake. Cheesecake is my stuff. And it has New York style strawberry swirl, triple chocolate, and cookies and cream. And it's 8 slices in here. I just want some cookies and cream tonight. That sounds good. But anyways, I wanted to, you know, that's the part of my self-care today. But, you know, don't overdo it. We talked about that in the video. Overeating and binge eating, emotional eating is not healthy. And if you're going to emotionally eat some fruit. Eat abundant of fruit. You can do that. Okay. So speaking of Black Girl Magic wine, we talked about Black Girl vitamins. I'm going to find it and link it in my description. And I'm gonna order it and start taking it, because right now I've only been taking the Spoiled Child Collagen, which I feel is good. It's been helping, but you know, we need more vitamins, especially as Black women. We need vitamin D. It's a pandemic problem with vitamin D in Black women. So someone recommended that. And then also, when we're going through stuff and we're just feeling out of funk, like, why do I feel like this? Like, why can I get it straight? Why do I feel crazy? Go get your hormones checked. A lot of times our hormones are out of balance, and that's the reason why we feel crazy. That's the reason why we're out of whack. Your hormones play a huge role in your well-being. So I'm gonna go get my hormones checked. You know, I haven't been feeling crazy, but I've been mad emotionally, you know, because I've had a couple deaths in my life. So, you know, that's understandable. I'm going through the motions, and I'm still getting up and showing up for myself, like getting out of bed, going to these events, doing my vlogs still, you know, doing my makeup, still showing up beautiful. Like, you can't tell I'm going through it, but your girl cry every day. I cry every day. That's just it. And you know, crying is healthy. We talked about that too. Sometimes, you know, in the household, we're told, oh, you crying, I'm gonna give you a reason to cry about, you know, when it's time to get that tail pop. But it's okay to cry. And I really want, you know, men to feel safe to cry too, because we just haven't been given that safe space. It's always look tough, be tough, don't show them you know, that you're going through stuff with men and women, you know, just being that strong friend, that strong mom, that strong dad. It's just, you know, life is life and it's not easy. So we have to be there for each other and release. And a part of that release is crying. I feel so much better when I cry and let it out. Holding it in does nothing for me. It does nothing for me. So yes, we talked about that. Especially the hormones T1 and T2 and T3 and T4 from your gynecologist. Yes. Get a whole panel of your T's, your TCH. Just get the whole panel done, okay? Also, what else they listed some books, and one of the books that I did not record that they didn't have physically was How to Do the Well. And it's by Nicole LaFara. I'm gonna try to link that below too. And also what was stated is you're not young forever. You're not young forever, and I can vouch to this. Like, I was told, girl, you need to start working out because once you hit 25, it's gonna be hard after 25. And I'm 28, y'all. I have knee problems. I'm out of breath coming up the stairs. I need to get back in shape. I need to get back in the gym because it's like, it's harder to get rid of. And being in the childbearing age right now, it's not easy. Your body is like storing, it wants to hold on to that fat just in case you do pop a baby. So it's important to work out consistently and just stay on your health wise with that and your nutrition, because it's going to help you in the long run, and it's going to help you when you do have a baby. And that goes into my next note I wrote down, was taking prenatal vitamins. Taking prenatal vitamins now in your childbearing ages. Prenatal vitamins, I only took it a few times a year, years back, like I was probably still in high school, but I was taking it because of hair growth. I heard that it really helps your hair grow, but it just makes sense to take it now while I'm in the childbearing ages, because if I was to get pregnant, you want your baby to be healthy. You don't want your baby to be born with spina bifida and having these neural defects because you didn't have the proper vitamins. So I am going to pick up me a bottle of prenatal vitamins just to take every day. So, you know, just to be prepared, and it's healthy for you as well. And let's get some hair growth, y'all. But yes, if you are wanting to have a baby, you plan on having a baby, just start taking your prenatal vitamins now. So, look, my mouth dry. I gotta keep drinking my Black Girl Magic. I like it. It's not too sweet and it's not bitter. It's like a sweet middle. I really like it. It's at Target, y'all. But it just prepares you for when you're ready to start your family, and it just helps you. It gives better chances for you to have a healthy baby. What's next? It's therapyforblackgirls.com. So I just feel personally, and just hearing from other people, get someone with the same background as you when choosing a therapist. Shop around, but I know we can relate more to a Black therapist because they have gone through the similar things, the similar experiences, you know, and they can just relate better on a personal level. So culture-wise, all that. And on my other note, I'm gonna go grab it real quick, but it was another website for therapy. 1 second. Okay, so I was recommended, they kept saying therapyforblackgirls.com and then psychologytoday.com. So just shop around, you know, see what therapist is good for you. And, you know, it's a relationship at the end of the day. Just like how we choose our friends, we choose our partners. That's the same thing with choosing a therapist. You want someone that you can relate to, that y'all have a good rapport, that you can be comfortable with, because they talked about, one of the ladies talked about how her third therapist was the one for her. You know, so I'm gonna do some shopping. I'm gonna get in some therapy. You know, being a staff nurse, I have to get my own insurance, so I have to see if my insurance covers it and who I can talk to. But even if it's out of pocket, it's an investment on yourself. We invest in our physical health and our appearance and all that all the time, but we have to invest in our mental health so it can all go together and that we can truly be happy, because the appearance and all that and material things, that's temporary. It's temporary satisfaction, and once you get that bag and all that, you're happy, but it's only temporary. So the real investment is your mental health. Get a therapist, heal those inner child wounds, heal your shadow side, face it up front. That's what a therapist is going to do for you. You're going to heal from the stuff that happened in your childhood, the stuff that you thought you got over, but it came back out of nowhere. And you know, it's an experience to challenge yourself and to identify your triggers so you can know how to tackle that and just become a better person overall. Having therapy, you become a better person to everyone in your life. You become a better daughter, a better sister, a better student, a better friend, a better lover. So invest in yourself, check in, and you know, not just don't go to the gym. Go to the gym and do some brain workouts, do some heart workouts, some heart surgery. And that happens with sitting with a therapist and talking to God. It's a combo deal. It's not just one thing. It's just not one fix, okay? So today was great, and I love y'all, and I hope that this was helpful. I hope that you got something out of this. I hope that you're taking the next steps to get a therapist, and I want y'all to have a lovely day. And don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. And if you, whatever else y'all want to see or know, or any questions, hit me up. You know, comment, leave your comments. And yeah, for now I'm just gonna be vlogging whatever I'm doing, and I am gonna come with videos that give valuable content as far as nursing and, you know, stuff like that. But anyways, y'all have a great night. Cheers to our mental health. Cheers to getting our life together. And I will see y'all in the next video. Bye.